Hey y'all, how you doing? Red, Dorinda, Black Watch, my faithful people. It's good to see y'all. Um, Red, Dorinda, I know y'all have a ranch. I'm pretty sure. If any of my mods see any disrespect in the chat, please take care of it or get my attention. Start hollering something. I would greatly appreciate it. There's some people that just love my show so much they like to replay it, which is fine. I'm glad they're getting something out of it. Thank you, Red. I will put the link, but I have a lot to talk about, so please understand. It's probably a notification that I went live. And a lot of channels are up right now. And that's good. I'm glad that everybody's got a place to go on Friday night. So I'll start off with a little bit of news. I don't know if y'all heard or not, but one of the truckers in Ottawa was stabbed. The person that did it is in jail, and I don't know how the trucker is doing, so there's that. Antifa was trying to infiltrate our convoy up by DC, and one of the guys resisted arrest, had a handgun, and so he's in jail. I don't know if both of them are. There were two of them that were outside the gate, and you look up their names, and they've been other places also. Big surprise there. And Texas news. We have the largest wildfire in history going right now. The Eastland complex has destroyed 54,513 acres from March 17th till today at 10:30 a.m. and is now 80% contained. Which just means the blazing fire is 80% contained. And thank you, baby girl. Sorry about that. But embers can go up again. That's why I've been saying I'm praying for rain. When it's dry like this and windy, this is what happens. This is 4 wildfires that met up together and created one gigantic one. And so keep the firefighters in your thoughts and prayers. And the areas that I know of that have been affected by the tornadoes was Gerald with 25 homes and 3 buildings, 3 businesses. Of course, they're all buildings. And Round Rock, 33 plus businesses, and I don't know how many homes. That's a lot of businesses. It's in Williamson County. It's maybe about 2 counties over from me. It's kind of close, but people, Texas is coming together and donating. They've got hay bales going up there to the close to the fires because of all the livestock, cattle, horses, you name it. So they're hauling big hay bales and water and just anything that they may need up there, and the surrounding counties are also donating what they can to the tornado victims. So it's been a pretty wild week. So last night I couldn't sleep. I went to sleep fine. Something woke me up. It was kind of weird. And I went back to sleep. Woke up at 7. Went to bed at 2. Woke up at 7. And I'm like, couldn't go back to sleep. So I found Rescue on. I don't know if y'all have ever been to Rescue's channel. He's a firefighter. He's in Texas. He's a good guy. And so he had 1A, 2A, whom y'all know, and Von Erich, and a couple that I think they said they were in South Africa, Guardian something. I think I've seen some of those people over at Jeremy's late at night. And so they were having a really, really good discussion, and they were covering a whole lot of things. And like Shane keeps saying, everyone keeps saying that God's going to take care of this. And I know God's at play here, no doubt about it. But like Shane says, how can we expect him to clean up the mess we created? And so it kind of I just can see both sides to that. But it's true. I know he's there for us, and good Lord, I wouldn't even be here right now if I didn't believe. And so, yes, I definitely believe. But the thing is, everyone keeps saying something really big is fixing to happen. I have no idea what. Y'all all know what's going on around the world. And so I keep thinking, your family and friends that have I don't know how you describe it, shut their mind to anything that's going on, that resist and Just keep saying that there's not any problems, everything is perfect. Those people, we have to, if if we're still here and able, whatever's happening, I'm not saying we're not going to be here. That's a bad wording. We're going to be here, but we have to be the ones loving and caring and compassionate to help lift those others up after anything that happens. We have to be the ones willing to do that. So that brings me to the community thing. Um, we have our community here in the web, but at the same time, we have our communities that we live in. Family first. So I have been trying to build a community for my family with my elderly parents that need help, and then I'm getting where I may need some help. So um, my daughter and 2 granddaughters that want to live with me, heck yeah. And everybody knows what needs to be done for us to be self-sufficient. And so my mother and I are working towards that. And um, thankfully, she's on board and she sees what's going on. Complete opposite of my father, but guess that's why they divorced when I was a year old. So that's the first thing, is we got to be there for those people, and in our communities too. Here we're a small town. That's a given. Texas doesn't have it as bad as a lot of the northern states, and um, that's what people do here. When someone's in need, we step up. Big cities, I know that's a little harder, but it can still happen. Um, I've seen it happen around here, even in Austin. That's so pathetic. It isn't even funny. Um, there's some good people there. I shouldn't say it's so pathetic. It's just a big city. But in doing that, we need to teach the younger people. They need to start learning the skills of building, the skills of, I don't know, electrical, plumbing, automotive, mechanics. Um, if we even have vehicles years down the line, I don't know what it's going to be like, but they'll be okay. Learn how to raise horses and cows, livestock, hunt for food, fish for food, grow food, how to preserve it, and schooling. That's a that was a question they talked about this morning, and I personally do not want to see my granddaughter in school at all. Um, I want her homeschooled because um, I feel like from my schooling on, well, even from my grandmother, she was in one of the little school buildings where everybody was the same age, and you quit school when you're in the 6th or 7th grade to go work in the fields. So the education wasn't very high, but she was the smartest woman I knew. She loved to read, and she kept learning her whole life. So, um, is school necessary? I don't know, but I just know that that was her experience. It seems to me that the system has become all about the tests that have to be done and passed to get the funding for the schools. So um, that's their whole focus. And they also teach all the students at the same level towards the same goal. It just seems, how do you say it, like mechanical. And having 6 kids, I know that they all have various ways of learning, and um, they may not learn it all at the same time. Like, some are slower, some are faster, and either one of those on either side of the what the school believes they should be learning at is going to cause that student to get bored or anxious. And if they get bored, then they're not going to pay attention, and you're kind of spinning your wheels anyway. Um, I don't know if I've told y'all, my youngest daughter is autistic, and so I saw that something was wrong at about 18 months. Um, and that came up today on rescues also, children with autism, because I had put in the chat that, and this was at the time my daughter was growing up. She's 26 now, so she's grown, and she's doing okay. But at that time, 30% of the children have been had been diagnosed with autism. And so the question is, why? Why so many? That's a huge percent of the children. And um, there's been studies, and you can look them up, but the recommended childhood vaccine seems to be a contributing factor. She's high functioning, thank goodness. We used to do a camp every summer, and I saw every degree of autism. Some of them were in wheelchairs with tubes and everything. And um, thank goodness she was high functioning. So when she was old enough, she became a counselor at that camp and helping those kids. And that was a good experience for her. And of course, it was horses. My family has always been huge into horses, and horses are therapeutic. That's why they're used at camps like that. There's just some kind of bond I can't even describe. I used to, when I was a kid, we had a horse stables across the road from us, and I was there every day. just talking to the horses. Like they could understand, but they didn't talk back, so they listened as long as I was petting them. And then I got to help train them for the barrel racing at the rodeo, and so even before that, when I was a kid, my mom would take us horseback riding, and you could ride the horses for an hour and then swim in the pool for free, and we loved that. So the kids have been raised riding horses. They know the two girls. I really got them involved in. They have done Western, um, English. They know a horse from the ground up. They know the work that has to go into having horses. They know the expense of having horses. It's not cheap to have horses. Um, Everyone keeps saying they're going to get a horse if we have to get the electric cars or if we can't have cars, but um, you can't just stick a horse out there and ignore it. They take work. What else? What else were they talking about? Oh yeah, and the dyes that they put in people's food. I love you, Black One. But no matter what happens, starting right now, if you can just even whoever lives in the house, friends, family, who whoever's living together, if y'all could just join at the dining room table for supper, hold hands and pray if you do prayer, and just sit there and ask them, how was your day today? Start a conversation. We need those conversations. We need that togetherness. We need the the, the relationships built back together. We keep saying that all of this was to divide us, and that it's happened. They have managed that very well, caused a lot of division between people, and we need to bring that back. Jason, you're hiding down there. Sorry about that.
Oh, here I am.
Hi, Jason.
Hello.
How are
I'm
you?
down here. What do you mean? What do you mean? I've only been down here 4 minutes, 3 minutes, I think. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Not very long. So how you doing, Bonnie?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I don't think I've ever been on your panel this early at 6:25. I came on at like 6:40. Usually it's one time as late as 7 or 8 p.m., but usually I'm on by 6:45, 6:50. But
Yeah,
nobody's here now. It doesn't look like anybody's here.
I usually go on later,
Oh, okay.
but I
Yeah.
was well, Liberty
Well,
Lawyer.
anyways, my phone, you guys are even lucky I'm even on right now because my phone was being weird today. I didn't go on my phone, which was a miracle. Usually I'm on my phone a lot, but today I didn't go on it at all. But it didn't charge. I left my house at 10 a.m. to get a coffee, So I rode my bike to get a coffee at like 10, 11 a.m. It was frustrating me in the morning because I couldn't really do anything except wait for it. So I got frustrated. 10 or 11 morning, I thought, I'm going to ride my bike. So I went to the store, got my coffee, then had lunch at noon to 1 at a restaurant, or I mean at a store. And then after that, at 1 or 2, I decided to go to get a sweet tea at Maverick. And then at 2:33, me and my friend went to Walmart till 3. So my dad got home at 4 or 5, and he gave me his charger, and it worked pretty good. It's 38% right now. So here I am. I'm on. So
Well, I'm glad
61
to
degrees
hear you.
right now here where I'm at. 61 degrees.
61?
Yeah, 61.
Yeah, it's 73 here. We got up to 85.
Like
Tomorrow's 90.
You like my shirt there, Dorinda? I mean, not Dorinda. You like my shirt, Bonnie? Dorinda's here too. I mean, but do you like my blue shirt? Everybody likes my blue shirt for some reason. It's like the best shirt I got. So.
Well, pop back out here and let me see it. I'm sorry, I wouldn't.
It's just a shirt. It's just a blue shirt. It's pretty nice.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nice shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's about the only one I have that is nice. Well, I have a few that are really nice, like this one, but most of them are nice, but not nice. So.
Does anyone in your family sew?
Anybody in my family what?
Sew?
No, I think I bought this, or my dad bought it, or I did. My grandma used to do some quilting, or maybe it's crocheting. I think she did needlepoint, so she did the quilting thing. She loved crocheting better than anything.
Yes.
And then what's the other one? There's quilting, crocheting. What's the other one?
Knitting.
Yeah, she did a lot of knitting.
Yeah.
And crochet. She liked to do that at the church. They had the crocheting group. Anyways, the grandma I'm talking about is the one I told you guys a long time ago, that about a month ago when I went on your stream for the first time, I told you she passed away in November. So
Yes.
her funeral was, or her birthday was in February, but she died in late November, and her funeral was about a week ago.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry.
You know,
I know that's hard.
Yeah. She never taught me to crochet because it took too long and it was too time consuming, and I have no patience for that, being ADHD. So I don't really. And there is no way I could be quiet for 2 or 3 hours and crochet something. That's just not me. I can't do that.
Yeah. That my
She
grandmother
actually crocheted a blanket, and I think it takes more than 2 or 3 days. It took like a couple days or a week.
Oh yeah, it takes a while. My grandmother taught me how to crochet, and
I don't have patience for that. No, there's no way I could do no week-long project.
Oh well,
It's not that I ain't smart. I mean, I'm kind of smart, but I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I've made a few Afghans. They're about the size of a throw, and it took me. Well, it depended on how long I could sit still and do it. And sometimes it would take me a month. But I'm not a sit down kind of person, or I didn't used to be. I should probably start crocheting again. But
So I should have had my phone with me. I guess that let you live and learn. I guess so there was a lady at Walmart today. Anyways, I bought a charger, $17 with my gift card. I had a gift card, so I bought a charger for $17, fast charge. So I thought it'd be a great charger, right? But I forgot to bring my phone so she could check to see if it was the right phone, to see if my phone was compatible with the charger. Well, I took the $17 charger, a really nice one, home, and well, lo and behold, it didn't work. And it wasn't that it didn't work. I don't think it would have worked any phone. It had like 2 outputs instead of an input. When you plug it in your phone, you have that little input thing where you plug in your phone. It didn't even have that. It had a bigger one, but it had 2 outputs, which is really weird. But one of the outputs you plug into the plug, and then the plug is supposed to plug into the wall. So I don't know. It was just weird. I was like, this ain't gonna fit hardly any phone. But she said my phone would have been the right one. I showed her a picture of my phone, and she said this would be the right phone. So it didn't work. So now I got to take it back. So.
yeah,
Not worth $70, but it would have been. Yeah.
Goodness.
Because if I would have had my phone with me, she would at least been able to tell me. But I didn't think to bring my phone because it was fully dead. I don't know. I didn't know what she could have done.
Yeah. The place where you got your phone, is it close by?
I think I got my phone maybe at Walmart, but not at the Walmart that we went to today. Not that specific Walmart, but I think I got my phone at Walmart. My dad bought it, so I don't know. I think he either bought it at Walmart or somewhere around there.
Because usually that's where they have the good chargers, if you get it specifically for that phone.
Well, I looked at this charger, and I don't know how it would fit any phone, because the input. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the input on Android phones are different than iPhones or whatever. But the input thing where you plug it
Yes, they
into
are.
your phone, that thing, as far as I know, that thing's always the same size. I mean, it might not be the same one, but it's always the same size. And this one had a bigger one, so it was like two outputs. And I knew, oh well, I saw the bigger end. I said, well, that's easy. You just put it into the plug because everybody else's you just plug into the. Well, I guess you call it the charging dock. You plug that thing into the charging dock, and the charging dock plugs into the wall. It's that simple, I
Yeah.
thought, but nope. It had two outputs, which didn't make any sense to me. I said, I don't think that's going to fit any phone, but okay. So I don't know.
my my charger that that you plug into the phone is bigger than my daughter's iPhone charger plug that you plug into the phone. So they are different sizes and shapes. Some of them are just oval, and some of them are like a
Yeah.
the, the ends kind of go in a little. I don't know how to explain
And then I
it.
just remember now. I just remembered the best news of all. When it comes to getting that, when it comes to bringing the charger back, they might. I said might. I don't know yet. They might give me the money back for it. But then if I tell them that the charger works, 94% of the time they don't give you your money back at Walmart. They just give you a different charger. But that's not going to work. I mean, they're going to have to give me money back because if they give me the same charger, that ain't going to do anything. And they don't have the charger other than the one they gave me. They don't have the charger that fits my phone. I don't think. I think she said they're out of that kind. He said there's two different types. There's one that we're out of, and the other one we have. So she was pretty sure this one would work. So I think they're gonna have to give me my money back. So as a receipt. So
Yeah.
that's
Well,
good. That's good news. I'll get $17 back in cash. Yay, that I didn't have. So
yes. I hope you get that figured out and get your charger because I know it's frustrating. My phone is trying to go out and it takes forever
yeah,
to
I
charge.
don't
And
know
it,
what it is. My phone chargers have never been good. In fact, the last week or two they've been really bad, but at least they've been charging. I've never had a day like today where they didn't charge at all. Like one time I left the house for an hour, 2 or 3 hours, and instead of going from 0% to 100% like normal people, it would only go to like 30, maybe 40%, sometimes even less lately, but
yeah,
it's never done 0%. It was on the charger today for gosh, 4 hours from noon to almost four. So in 4 hours it could have charged, but no, nothing.
yeah, mine's been taking forever, and I don't know if it's the battery in the phone or the I've got it overloaded with too much stuff in it, or which is possible because I use my phone for everything, and I keep forgetting to delete texts. So I have a lot of data in my phone that I need to clean out. How are you doing, Dorinda?
I'm doing Fabo today.
Cool.
And Bonnie, what did you say at the beginning for the mods to do?
If you see anyone being disrespectful or ugly in the chat, zap.
Okay. All right. I sneezed and I missed what you said.
Yeah. Um, I don't know why last night the one wasn't taken care of, but it is now. It won't be back.
Oh. I missed that. Well, I missed it. I left early anyway, so.
Yeah. Some people just, for whatever reason,
Yeah.
go digging for things to be ugly about.
Uh,
And um, for some reason, my channel's been included in that. And more power to them.
I'm
Glad
surprised that
you.
somebody didn't catch it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little surprised too. Um, but it's okay.
Hey Bonnie, how long? Maybe I don't even think it's been. I think you've only known me on here on your panel a week or two, but how long have you known Robert? A couple months or longer than that? Have you known him for?
Robert, Z-Man Robert.
I guess his name is Z-Man, but Robert. I call him.
Oh goodness, for a while, because he's been going up on
Couple
Jeff
months then?
Bezos.
Couple months.
Oh yeah, at least
Oh.
he's been going up on
Mm.
Jeff Riddles for quite
I
a
don't know.
while.
I don't know how long I've been on your panel, but I don't think it's been 2 or 3 months like Robert. But I don't know, maybe a month. I don't know.
Yeah, you've been on more than Robert. Robert.
Well, no,
Oh,
no, he's been on longer. I think 3 or 4 months, though. I think maybe I don't know.
oh,
Yeah,
I
but
just mean here in my channel. Um,
right.
he comes
Yeah,
every so often
pretty
to
nice here
visit.
today. 61 degrees here.
Awesome.
I
That's where
think
I've
we
been
were at
living.
like
So.
38, 40.
Sorry.
Oh wow, that's warm. That's warm for you guys, I think.
Yeah, it was.
John.
Hey,
So
John
good to see
John.
you.
Thank you,
Hugs.
John John.
Yeah. Tomorrow is supposed to be 60. Today was 60. I think tomorrow's supposed to be 62 or 63, and then Sunday they said 65, and then one weather said 66. Whatever. Sunday's going to be warm, 65.
Sunday here is going to be cold.
What state are you in, Jason?
What?
What state are you in?
I'm in Washington State.
Washington State. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, anyways, so I was gonna say I'm one of those. Well, I'm usually not a shy guy. Obviously, you guys know me as a pretty talkative gentleman, but
yes.
so I don't tell this to anybody. But it's something that I guess I could tell you guys. It's not bad. It's not good. It's not really good or bad. Just news. So I have a laptop and a phone. Good news is I'll probably be able to come in your stream because on my phone I can come in your stream. I don't have to worry about going on my laptop to come in the streams. But my sister made a crazy decision, bless her heart, because I love her, but she made a decision to take my laptop away because I think I told this in your private chat, and I've told a few other people that about 4, 5, 6 days ago on Monday afternoon at 5:30, 5 o'clock, 5:30 Monday, I got a weird call from, I don't know who it was. It doesn't matter who it was. It has nothing to do with anything. Some
Oh, that's
weirdo
right.
creeped me out and called me and texted me these weird stuff. And
Yes.
anyways, he called me and scared me and said that he knows what I'm up to, whatever that means. I don't know, and that the feds are after me, blah blah blah, and he just harassed me. And I guess these crazy people have my phone number, address, name, last name, and supposedly, according to my sister, the accusation, it isn't true. I mean, I can tell you what happened, but anyways, so I went on a Christian chat line, probably something you shouldn't do, but I did that, and I talked to a 20 and 25-year-old woman, what do you want to call it, 25-year-old, and I said, "How are you?" We just had a normal conversation. So my sister said she got a text from a 15 or 16-year-old girl. Her dad called my mother to tell her that I guess she's 16 or 15, that I was doing bad text to her, which I was not. I did a 21-year-old, but they weren't bad. And supposedly my sister got wind of it and got very upset with me and got more than disappointed and says, "I'm just going to take your laptop because I don't want you to go to jail and I don't want you to get in trouble." I said, "Oh my God." I said, "I'm not going to jail, but yeah, you're right. I could get in trouble." So she took my laptop. She said she's going to take it for a minimum of 3 weeks, probably a month, maybe more, but probably not. And then after that, she's gonna, and this is really bad news, she's gonna put me on a parental control, which is like a kid. So, and I told her, "You don't need to do that. I didn't look at anything bad. You can look at the laptop." She goes, "Well, I'll do that." But she goes, "I think you could erase all that stuff." I said, "I didn't erase anything." So anyways, bad news is I'll be without my laptop for a couple months. So that sucks. But
I'm
I went
sorry.
without it for the last 2 or 3 days. So maybe I'll be okay.
Yeah. And it's hard to know what to trust anymore. It's even if you answer a phone call sometimes, then they somehow just zap into everything. And hackers can do a lot of damage to people.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
Funny thing, I said, well, I said, yeah, she was right. She is right that I would never do it, but I could delete some stuff on the computer if I wanted to, lo and behold, but I would never do that because that's just not the type of guy I am. And I told her, well, if you want to look at the laptop, go ahead. She goes, well, it has nothing to do with that. I just don't want you to get in trouble. I was like, oh, boy. So she will
Yeah.
be looking at the laptop, and I told her that I went on Bigfoot and Lakefoot and or Lake Fairy's websites and
Oh,
Jeff
yeah.
Riddle, and I told her all the stuff that I've been doing on there. But and she believed me. She just said that. Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, all she's got to do is look at the history and it'll show what.
Yeah, and like she said I could delete that stuff. I said, yeah, I could, but I didn't. So if you don't believe me, that's up to you. But
Yeah.
anyway. So.
Well, you not deleting it, then she can see for herself that you're just
Yeah, I didn't.
visiting around.
I didn't delete
people's-
anything that I know of. Maybe the nasty. There was one weird text from a guy on my phone I deleted, but not on my laptop. Yeah, I deleted this crazy message from a guy that texted my cell phone, which I'm on now. I deleted it because he wrote something weird about the feds, and it was really scary, so I deleted it. So, anyways, but anyway.
Well, Jason, I've seen you around, and I saw you at the pray-a-thon, and I have not seen you get unruly or talk bad or do anything anywhere that
Yeah, I try to be as I be as good. I try to be as nice, kind as I can. Yeah, I don't know.
I've
It was
appreciated.
anyways. Yeah, I don't know where, and I probably never will. But I would like to see these supposed, I guess, allegations. My sister calls them. My sister said they think they might have proof that you did something bad. I said, well, there's no proof. It's just allegations. And then she said, well, I just don't want you going to jail. And then I told her, I got to be honest with you, Alicia. I know I'm not going to jail. She goes, well, I never said you were. She goes, I'm just taking the laptop because I don't want you in trouble. I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Hello, Rusty Nut.
Rusty Nut. Good to see you. Actually think I've seen that name before. I don't know. So what do you have to say about all that, Dorinda, that I was talking about?
I think the girl that you were talking to may have been underage, not 21. But that's not on you. That's on her.
You're talking about Jason.
About,
Von Eric, please, please, please come up on my panel.
okay, what am I supposed to be talking about then?
Von Eric, I was telling them about the discussion at Rescues this morning that you were a part of and how it was a really, really good discussion. And if you would like to come up and continue that discussion, I would greatly appreciate it. I was just asking you how you felt about the things that I was saying about the community and the.
Yes, I agree. I wrote that in chat that I agreed with you, and I said that we also have to stand up and stand tall.
Yes. And the funny thing that I realized today, all this time I've been saying we need to put on the armor of God, and in my view it was to have God around us as we go into battle. But then today it hit me, it's more like because I saw some things that I may not should have seen, and maybe the armor of God is to protect us from what we are going to be shown more than.
Hey, Eric. How you doing, buddy? Eric's here. How you doing, Eric?
Hi, Von Eric. It's good to see you.
Hello, Eric.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing today?
We're
Hey,
good.
Eric. Is
How are you?
that a photo from when you were a baby? Is that your baby photos?
No,
You have a baby
that's
photo.
my little son right there.
That's
Oh, I thought it was you when you were a baby or something.
No, that's him.
Oh, that's your baby. Okay.
Yeah, when he was a baby. He's 8 now.
Oh,
Oh, he's 8 now.
beauty.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
Yeah. Kids are adorable. Most of them are adorable. That one's adorable.
Till they turn teenage.
Yeah, he's definitely a baby there. He can barely open up his mouth.
I know.
Yeah. So it's funny because I don't know about today, but I used to, for a joke about 2-3 weeks ago, I asked my dad if I was adorable, and he said no. I said, why not? He said, well, you're 37, almost 38. He goes, you're not adorable. I said, oh. Well, I am almost bald, so maybe I'm not adorable. I don't know. Geez, my friend Fritz, he's 45, 46, and he says I'm adorable almost every day. And then, of course, it kind of used to be okay with me, but now it kind of bothers me because it's kind of annoying because he says it. But if a young woman or 20 or 30-year-old woman said I was adorable, oh, I'm fine with that. Oh my gosh.
Right.
How old are you, Jason?
The girl, I'm 37, almost 38. But
you didn't.
there was a girl. There was a woman. Girl. There was a woman at Maverick store. Her name's Haley. I think she's 21. She told me that. I told her, "Do you like my hair?" And she goes, "It looks fine. It doesn't even look like a comb over." And it was horrible that day. It was a comb over, and it was really bad. She said, "Your hair looks great. Don't worry about it." And then I said, "But I'm not adorable. At least I'm not adorable." And she goes, "Well," she goes, "You kind of are adorable." And I was like, "Okay." But then I knew she wasn't flirting because she had a husband.
Man.
I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But she thinks I'm a adorable guy, I guess, because I always come up to her and say hello, I guess.
Excuse me.
Oh, man.
Everybody's beautiful.
Oh yeah. Miss Di, is that a painting in the back of you, Di?
Dorinda?
Dorinda, I'm sorry.
That's fine. It is a snowflake that I made out of white plastic hangers and twist ties and put lights on it. And there's a guitar sitting in the middle of it for headbanging night.
And you said it's a star?
Yeah, it's a snowflake.
Snowflake.
Yeah,
Very much.
she's our crafter.
Oh, wow.
And she made that for Christmas, and everybody likes it so much that she's kept it up.
Yeah.
Kept it on every night.
I painted a new picture today, Bonnie.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, let me put it full screen so we can all see it. Oh, cool.
Another tree hugging the moon.
So that so I know it's a snowflake, and you have the guitar in the middle. What possessed you, and what does the meaning of the guitar in the middle?
The guitar in the middle was we were having headbanging nights on Ken Carson's channel for a while, and I wanted to play the guitar. And air guitaring wasn't working for me, so I bought the guitar at the dollar store.
Okay.
And I got busy and I forgot about it, and it was just sitting on the floor. My daughter stuck it in my star so that I could strum on it while I was headbanging.
So it could represent, it's a snowflake, but it could also represent carols that come and flow coming from the snowflake, correct? Or any type of music that coming from the snowflake. Because music calms the soul, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, Bonnie, you said that I went to that prayer-a-thon. That was Sunday night, or not Sunday. That was Saturday night, and I left it. I didn't mean, but I didn't really want to be at it much later because I was getting tired. But I left at like 1 a.m. because my phone died. Otherwise, I would have been there all night probably. But that was the night where I didn't take my meds that I told you guys, and I didn't sleep anyway. So I could have been on there till 5, 6 in the morning, I guess, if I wanted to. But anyway, it was pretty cool. I like Hawk.
Yes.
Yeah,
and Eric was. I'm pretty sure I saw Eric on there too in the morning. I'm pretty sure it was Sunday morning, like 8 a.m. I remember I saw Eric.
Yeah, I was going to go back up Sunday morning, but it looked like he had a full panel, and I was like, oh, he's got this covered.
Yeah, I went on it Sunday morning at 8 a.m. I think I went, almost 8:30. But And then I
Yeah.
went back on after I got home from church close to noon, and there was a lot of people on there dancing.
That was my first time to do that. And so Saturday it was just Hawk and I. And so I was
You did an
pretty
awesome
nervous.
prayer, Vaughn. You
Thank
did an
you.
awesome prayer. Hey, Chuck C.
Yeah, sure did. I was there. Yeah, heard it.
Oh, thank you.
Right. Yeah. And you didn't you read the Bible too? Wasn't you the one that was reading the Bible too? Or no?
No, I wanted to, but Hawk was showing so many videos,
Oh,
probably because I was a newbie and he wasn't sure
oh, okay.
what I could handle.
Right.
So, but hopefully he knows he can pretty much throw anything at me. I can handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I barely missed Craig. It sounded like, because I don't remember exactly what Craig said, but Craig said, yeah, I went on late last night and I had a good old time at Hawks. And I said, Craig, I didn't see you. I was on till almost 1 a.m. and I didn't see you. He goes, nope. He goes, I went on later than that. Yeah, I went on at like 2 or 3. So if I would have been on there another 2 or 3 hours, I would have saw Craig probably.
Oh, goodness.
And Craig was on there. I was like, oh, sheesh.
Yeah. 2 a.m. is usually my limit.
Yeah.
And so I'm really falling asleep then. And,
Right. Yeah.
and that's when rescue comes on, and I'm like,
Right.
but this morning he was still going at 7, and that was unusual for me to be awake at 7. So I'm glad I got
Oh,
to
yeah.
see that. That was a good discussion y'all were having.
Does Hawk have him on Friday now instead of Saturday, or is he going to do it on Saturday or
No,
Sunday or something?
it's just from Saturday at 2 to Sunday at 2. Well, it depends on what time zone you're in.
Right.
Oh,
I'm in Central.
yeah.
Oh, you talking about the what we had as far as relationships and stuff this morning?
Yes, the whole. Yep.
And about homeschooling, right?
Yes. Relationships, homeschooling, and in the chat we were talking about the kids with autism and
Yeah. See, that's the thing that I was trying to really get to understand. When a kid does have like the autism or dyslexia, I was really, really impressed how she gets together with the community of the homeschool community, and they exchange information and notes and things like that.
yes,
I wanted to go broader on it because it's some people that suffer from dyslexia, some other
yes,
things that lacks, and I would like to know as far as who to get, is who do they get in touch with? Because since they're not in school, they must get in touch with someone. And what
well,
if with some kids that need, um, mental education?
yes. My oldest son is dyslexic, and my youngest daughter is
God, I feel like crap.
autistic.
Oh,
And so with my oldest son, it was more just being at the school constantly. He was in public school, and trying to get the teachers to figure out a way how to teach him, because when he would write, you could hold it up to a mirror and read it.
Oh,
Mirror,
what? Oh, wow.
yes. And then my youngest daughter, by the time she came along, because I have 6 kids and they're like spread far apart.
Okay. Okay.
And so by then I had a whole lot more resources that I knew to turn to. Like when she was 18 months old, I knew that there was something going on. And there's an organization called Early Childhood Development.
Uh-huh.
And they came to my house and they did testing with her, mobility skills, and just all kinds of things, watching her walk and everything. And they said that she wasn't quite at her age level, but it wasn't that bad. And so it took years of doctors and tests, and um, she also had some of the physical conditions that go with autism.
Oh
And
yeah. Huh.
yeah, and so um, a lot of specialists, and um, I don't know if you've ever seen a meltdown, but woo. And so I was taught patience. I always thought I had a lot of patience because I'm a pretty calm person. And um, but raising her, that was, God had a hand in that one for sure, because it was a whole different everything. I mean, the discipline was different, the teachings, the way you talk to her, everything. It was completely different than the other kids.
So, what did you draw from to when it comes to your patients? What did you draw from inside?
It was I was kind of forced into it. My husband was not understanding at all, and
Uh,
so he thought she needed a whipping every day. Well, of course,
uh,
that would throw her right into a meltdown, and
right,
so you
right.
hear screaming for hours. And so I was like, that's not happening again. Back out. It's my turn. And
Right.
so I just started really just watching her and seeing what triggered the meltdowns.
Right.
And um,
So you studied them.
yes, just watching her and books. I got all the books I could. I would look it up on the internet. I was just researching as much as I could to see how to deal with it. And then I found here in Texas, we have have you heard the book? It's called Horse Boy. And um, somebody told me about that. So I got the book and then found out that they're about 2 hours from me.
Mm,
And but just reading the story and knowing how much she loved horses, because she had every briar horse there was. She had at least 100 horses. I put shelves all around her room just to put the horses on. She had an awesome collection, and um, anything that she would obsess on like that, I would
mm,
encourage it. Um, she was obsessed with Free Willy. I
uh,
bet we watched Free Willy a million times,
oh wow.
and The Sound of Music. And um, so
How,
anything like that, I would encourage it.
how
And
how was you able to? Because you said that your husband uh, didn't quite accept it. How was you able to cope with that? And when it, with, because sometimes that can get you down emotionally. How was you able to deal with that? And
it
what did
was,
you?
oh, there was a lot of crying, and oh my gosh, I can't do this anymore.
Mhm,
And because I felt like, well, it was just me battling it. And, we needed two incomes in the house. So I lost a lot of jobs because if the school called me and I needed to go for my daughter, I went. And so a lot of employers are not real agreeable with that.
mhm,
And so um, I had to change the kind of work I did and the people I worked for, that and
mhm,
explain to them, you know, okay, this is the hours I can work, but at the same time, there may be times when I have to leave that something's going on with my daughter. And
uh,
so um, it it was it was an adjustment for me, completely, totally, just for her, because our kids are that important, you know.
Yep.
To I mean, that's the way I see it. I would do anything for my children,
Right.
and to this day, you know, if they get in a bad relationship and need to come back home, they know they can. I'm not, you're 18, get out the door, I don't want you around no more.
Right.
It's um if they need help, it's here, and they know it. And that's just the way I feel. I was kind of dumped when I was a teenager, pregnant, on the street, homeless, um, and I really think that that's why my oldest son had a lot of problems when he was born. But
Oh, oh, you. Oh, wow.
so it's been my goal all my life to make sure that none of my kids ever went through anything like that, because it
As
was
a, as a, because I know you and Doreen are mothers. Oh, you a mother, Doreen? I'm sorry, 'cause I ain't one. Okay. You and Doreen are mothers. Um,
yes.
sometimes when y'all at your lowest, and what do y'all use when y'all at your lowest? What inspires y'all to keep moving and keep pushing that other women in this world can use when it comes to the kids and getting through what the world is coming
You
to?
go
Or what?
you go into your child's bedroom at night when they're sleeping
Hmm.
and you look at them.
Yep.
And that brings you right back to the minute they were born.
Yeah.
And it's your job to make sure that they're okay no matter what. And that was my calming uh, or even if they're not sleeping, even if they're just sitting in a corner, whatever, just looking at your children made
That
you
Hmm.
one
not.
special moment that can just bring joy to your heart.
Yeah,
That it could be anything. It could be something they say that makes you laugh. It can be um, just them accomplishing something good, an archery competition or whatever. It's just it's and but you know what? I have known women who do not have a maternal bone in their body, and so I don't know um, how they do it or what they do, but well, I guess I kind of do. My mother was kind of that way, but my grandmother raised me, and so um, that's where I
And
learned.
so when you was raising your kids, did you feel that you didn't want to do what your mom that you felt that your mom did, and more so with your grandmother had
Oh,
raised?
definitely, it was. I am not going to be like that at all. I'm going to be like this, and they have always been hugged to pieces, and they have always been told they were loved every day.
Hmm.
There was there is no doubt in their minds that I love them.
Doreen, yeah, I see. I'm drawn to this that picture that you did. I think you have a creative spirit in you.
Hello.
Um,
I'm sorry.
when you identify in kids as far as the creative, how can we identify the creative gene in kids, like the creative gene that you have? How can we able to identify it and then um, tap into it
Hmm.
and blossom the kid when we see that creative spirit like yourself?
watch what they're coloring. If they're little kids, watch what they're coloring,
Uh-huh,
how they're coloring.
uh-huh,
If they're drawing, what they're drawing, how they're drawing.
uh-huh.
and excel them, push them to do more, always give them the opportunity to color more, to paint more, to draw more, read a book, whatever it is that they're interested in, push it, make it so that it's like an adventure for them to do it.
Yeah.
Should we go 110 or should we back off and do it increments? How should we just cram it? You know how some we see our kid is creative, but we just want to put everything into it. How should we go about it?
You have to let them show you what they want to do.
Yeah. It depends on how interested they
You
are.
can have paints right there and canvases and all that stuff. And if they don't want to do it, they're not going to do it. But if they have a scrap piece of paper and they're doodling on it, buy them a shitload of paper and let them doodle on everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That's the way my daughter was. She was like 2 or 3, and she was drawing whales, and because she was watching Free Willy all the time, and that was the first thing that she started drawing. And as she got older, we have a fair and rodeo, and we have an exhibit hall, and you can enter whatever you make into the exhibit hall. And so I put her art in there, and she got grand champion on her clay sculpture, and then she got first place on her drawings.
Awesome.
Oh wow, that's nice.
Yeah.
That is nice. So Bonnie, was the other kids able to? Oh, how you doing, Chuck? I'm sorry.
How you doing, Chuck?
Hi,
Good to see you, Chuck. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, yo.
You feeling any better?
Yeah, sort of. It's still a little bit bothering me, but it ain't no big deal anymore.
Good. Good to hear.
How did the computer come out, Chuck? The RAM that you were trying to put in.
I got it to work. It's like me and you were talking about is racist RAM. One kind didn't like the other. It's fucked up, ain't it, when even inanimate objects are that way.
Right. Oh, man.
But it's weird. A lot of them, I guess, certain systems, they want something to work with it, and they just...
Right. Yeah, that's how it is sometimes.
Either that or it was an odd amount, because they're both 3,200. Everything else matched up. It's just two different makes, and I mean, unless maybe it's because it was two 8 gig sticks and two 16 gig sticks. Maybe they
There's
just
the man of the hour right there, Shane Phelps. Man of the hour, Shane Phelps. How you doing, man?
I'll be right back.
Heck,
I don't know why you're calling me the man of the hour. I just
Shane, you graduated from the minute man to the hour man.
well, I'm glad I'm getting more stamina to me.
That's good.
Right.
Do y'all know Von Erich?
Yeah,
I think I met him. Yeah.
No. No, I've
You and
never
Vaughn
met
know
him.
each other from a couple places.
Yes.
I've never met him. I've been listening, but I've never met him.
Shane's a master lurker. I'm sure he
Lurking or stalking.
he said, he goes, I'll be in a show watching y'all. I just don't get involved. I just observe.
Oh, yeah. I'll sit back there. I'm a sniper.
Yeah, that's
I'll
what
sit
I
back
being
there
a
and
sniper.
chat and just hit bots, or just listen.
Yeah.
No, I've been sitting here for a little bit listening, and it's like I want to be comfortable with who I jumped on with.
Yeah. Oh, Bonnie, how did you? What about your other kids when it came to getting along with how did they take it? One that was artistic. How did they take it?
Hey Shane, I got my blue shirt on today. I don't know if you saw my picture. I mean, I put the camera on, but I got my blue shirt today.
They were pretty accepting. My kids are all very close to each other. They're she they don't have as much patience as I do.
Oh, okay.
So sometimes there's an issue, but now that she's grown up, she's calmed down a lot, and it's a lot better. But
Okay.
she had to actually go into the hospital twice because of attacking her sister.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it's tough. It's really tough when you take your 10-year-old to one of those places and knowing they got to stay there and they've never been away from you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah.
really,
Sorry about that, man.
no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to tell Chris, yeah, some of that stuff's like that, and you just don't let it upgrade into 11. You let it go into 11, you ain't seen things that picky about what happened.
Oh, yeah. I did not like.
No.
I've heard people say it attacks StreamYard, it attacks all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I could not do 11.
I've heard some people say it won't let, it'll either kick out part of the drivers for games and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I was having a hard time.
Hey, Jen.
Hey, Bonnie.
Yes, dear.
I may not be a whole lot of conversation tonight, but I wanted to jump up here and say hi to everybody. And
I appreciate that.
Hello.
Thank you,
Hello.
Shane.
because me and you
Thank you.
talked earlier, and you kind of know what's going on. So,
Yes.
okay.
You all right, bud? Sound like somebody kicked your puppy or something, bud.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I've had my puppy kicked.
Oh, man. I hope not.
Yeah, I don't know why it did what it did today, but man, it is whooped me.
Well, you can sit there and look pretty.
I can sit here and look pretty.
Mhm.
What, you want to look
Live
at me?
closer. I invite you to eat some banana pudding with us.
Aw.
Do what?
Oh,
Peggy said if you live closer, she'd invite you over to eat banana pudding.
Oh, hell yes. I will eat that
oh man.
till I get sick.
Shane, what color is your shirt today?
It's navy blue and gray.
Because it looks
Yesterday was
purple
light
and
blue.
black.
Yeah, yesterday it was light blue and had black stripes or some crap. I don't know.
Yeah, well, today you still look like you're in purple.
Weirdo.
And Ginger Billy.
Yeah.
They do look purple and black.
Yeah. Yeah, last night I bit the head off of the purple one. I bit a little gummy that was Barney. He was bit his head off.
Did you get some more of them and try them, or
They sent me some different ones, yes.
work
And
different?
they're not the yeah, they're not the ones that are gonna jack with you. They're the CBD, and the first ones I was given is boy, they've been jacking me up.
How did the others work?
The regular gummies, they said take the CBD ones. They said take 3 to 5 of them before bed, and I'm thinking, no.
Yeah, let's get whacked out.
Right.
Are you sure they want you to wake up?
Right.
I'm sorry.
I'm
Carol.
like, no, I ain't doing that. So I just bit the head off of one last night when I was on with Bonnie, and I went over and went to bed and slept pretty good. Eat any more than that, shit. I'd probably just lay over and just piss myself if I have to get up. I wouldn't even give that and go pee, you know. It's one of
Wouldn't
those
even give a
deals.
shit either, would you?
No, hell, I don't. I got a washing machine. I mean, shit, I can wash it.
Uh,
I told Shane I was going to come up and visit him. Me and him sit on the couch and just look at each other and smile. So yeah, I'm fucked up.
That's exactly it.
boy.
That's exactly it.
Oh my God.
And so, yeah, I try to be very careful of what I do.
Can it be addictive? The CBD?
No, the CBD can't. No.
Oh, okay.
No, well, here's the thing. Anything can be addictive depending on your personality.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And that's the issue is how far are you willing to go with what you do? Because trust me, there was something I still have an issue with that's I can quit at any time and have no issues. But yet when I get on it, then I go to the extreme and it's like stupid.
Yeah.
And it really upsets me that I have let myself get that way. Now, these other things, no. Some of that crap, I don't even care if I have it. But it seems to help with my blood pressure and my anxiety and all these other issues I started having.
Oh, the Trump train's pulling through.
Yeah,
There
he
it
just
is.
went to his living room.
Well, I can close the window and y'all probably still hear it.
Yep.
That's our crazy train. Y'all on board?
Yep.
Wow.
There's still
Ain't
nothing
black.
better than the sound of a train.
Good to
Yeah.
see you much.
Unless you live by it.
I lived by it my whole life, up until I was 16. So yeah.
Yeah, they annoy the shit out of me. I have a hard time. I'm like, nah, get that crap away.
Can y'all sleep through it? Does it come through when y'all sleep? Can y'all sleep through it?
Yeah, I don't even hear it unless people bring
I
it
don't
up
hear
or
it
we're
either.
talking.
Oh, okay.
I used to know somebody had an air compressor hooked up out in his shed, and he ran pipes out in the middle of his yard. He had different. It had motion detectors facing different ways, and anything that kicked the motion detector off, he had a train whistle hooked up out there on about a 20-foot pole, and it hit that train whistle and scared the shit out of whatever set off the motion.
Yes. I had never been that close to a train. And when I was going to college, I was in the parking lot, and all of a sudden I hear this, and I'm all ducking and looking around thinking we're getting attacked.
He called it his redneck burglar alarm.
I'm gonna tell you, if a train comes my way, I'm gonna get scared too because I watched too many porn movies when I was a kid. I don't think I'll.
Oh my God. Oh,
I don't think I want anything to do with that.
my God.
Yeah, that looks like a long, drawn out day right there.
Oh man.
I lived on railroad tracks all my life. No,
Huh?
You did?
that's except for that.
On the screen, what do you mean?
Shove your leg here.
Maybe present.
My head is pounding.
I think that everybody
Bonnie, who
took.
in the hell are you talking to?
I'm sorry, Tatum.
Sorry, y'all.
I'll mute. Excuse me.
Hi, Tatum.
Hey, Tatum.
Hi.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm okay. How about y'all?
We're peachy.
We're good.
Yeah.
Ask us, we'll tell you. We're peachy.
we're talking about trying gummies and see who could stay up the longest.
Well, and see, that's got two different versions too.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I seriously think Shannon and Laura took it all, but tried the baskets because
But you emptied out all the baskets.
or if you look in the,
Oh, wait.
there you go. Okay,
My COVID bag.
sorry. She's got a headache
Yeah.
and we're packing and
Well, I didn't. Hey, Bonnie, well, I'm gonna head out because my phone is at like 3 or 4%. I don't want it to die, so I'll probably just head out. But
Okay.
it
Have a
was
good
nice
night,
talking,
Jason.
guys.
See you, Jay.
have a good night.
not
Yep.
to.
Have a good night. Have a good night,
Nice
Chuck.
seeing you,
Have a good
Jason.
night, Shane Phelps. Have a good night, Bonnie. Have a good night, Dorinda, and have a good night, Black Watch and Eric.
I don't know what happened.
All right. Have a good one.
God bless you guys, and have an amazing night.
All
God
right.
bless
Thank
You
you.
do the same, man.
See you,
Yep.
Jason.
Love you guys. Have a good one.
Like I always told them down at the Quick Stop, they said, "Well, have a good one." I said, "Well, hell, I got a good one. I just wish it was bigger."
What?
And they just looked at me and shook their head.
Vicky's over here laughing her ass off in the background.
Who is?
Vicky,
Oh, your wife?
yeah.
I'd scare you if I laughed out loud.
Not much scares me.
Hello, Spotted Rabbit. Hello, Jen.
Hello, Jen.
And I apologize, Bonnie. I'm a little ornery tonight.
It's okay. I'm getting used to it, Shane.
That one I did, I cut into quarters and then I cut it in half. I don't know what the hell happened, but them damn yellow ones, you got to stay the hell away from them.
It's okay.
You talking about the good ones?
Yeah.
The juicy ones? Yeah.
Yeah, Jack.
Did you try quartering one of them up and taking little pieces and see how it affects you?
Yeah, I did. And the green and the red and the blue don't. Yeah, but no, them yellow little bastards they'll whoop your ass.
That's what I was figuring. You take one of them quarter pieces you did and cut it in 4 pieces and try one and see how that works. And if that ain't enough, try 2, but 2 little tiny pieces.
Well, and see, that's what we was doing, and I cut them down. They started out at 50 milligram, and so I cut them down into quarters. So that made them all about 12.5 milligrams. So, and I was told to just stick around 5, but that little yellow piece I took today, it must have been about 7 or 8, because son,
It still whooped you?
no, it's got me a little jacked up.
So CBD is used instead of medication, right?
Yeah, they see.
Yeah, CBD is, yeah.
Because my brother,
CBD is it comes from a pot plant.
It's healthier than all them
They
damn
take
pills.
the pot part
uh-huh.
for some of them, and some of them they leave them in. Shane got some that the pot was left in, and then he got some that has CBD oil, which is good.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that I take for my anxiety and stuff is got the, which I hate to say because I've always been against it, but
Is there anything in it?
THC in it, and boy, I want to tell you, you you get over 5 milligrams, and I won't tell you, some people go, "Psh, they can take a whole one, and be just fine." And I'm like, not me.
You see
I'm a
this, Shane?
beginner.
You see that?
Yeah.
That's a little piece of a yellow one. It's probably the same thing you got. And Vicky takes about half of that and knocks her the fuck out.
And that's a 50 mil. Yeah, that's a cut down 50 milligram Delta 8.
Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah. Yep, that's what and I'm like,
she said, I sleep good.
Oh, I sleep good. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, it's a wonder I don't just lay over there and piss myself in the middle of the night instead of get up and go and pee. But
And David went to bed.
I got an emergency kit over here with stuff that I have because I have anxiety and other issues, and I'm kind of bipolar. And this is something my son gave me a while back. Y'all know what that is.
Oh yeah.
I've done hit on it 5 times. I take a hit and it takes me right out of it. Instead of taking all them damn Xanax and shit they want me to take.
Yeah, see, I won't do Xanax. They give me let me see here.
I give 0 shits. I could set my feet on fire and say, "Yep, that's fire."
Yes.
You know how Xanax is supposed to calm you down? It makes me rage.
Yeah, she gets all high strung. She goes, "I want to take one of these and try to go to sleep." Nope, that don't work.
Nope.
Yeah, they give me something that's BUSPIRONE 5 milligram for my anxiety.
Those are bus bars. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's like a Xanax or
No.
Yeah, it's a little pill. It's a little bitty. Yeah, it's a real low dose.
Is it
That's in
green?
the form of Wellbutrin, those type of things.
See, Wellbutrin that's something that I want to tell you. Wellbutrin is not good for your body.
Well, neither is that one, hun. And
Well, I know that's right. Any of the damn pills the doctors give you are all petroleum pills, and none of it's good for you.
it's like taking a swig of gasoline with something.
Yeah.
Xanax gets me through.
Unless it's a
these times,
soma.
and it's prescribed, and I'm not taking it illegally. For any of you that want to put it on your channel,
Anybody wants to put what I say on their channel, they can suck my ass.
Yeah, it's one of those deals that it's not. I don't do this shit because I love it, because I hate taking anything. I've never been a pill popper. I've never been I've been against taking drugs in medical or natural.
That's the way I won't even take anything for a headache. If I have a headache, it's
Bonnie, you're like Chuck.
I won't tell you.
That's
System got me screwed up for 8 years on all that shit. Now I won't take nothing. The first day when it really got bad with my mouth, my son-in-law brought me over some more tabs, and I took 1.5 of a 5. I took one piece, it didn't work. Second piece didn't work. I waited another couple hours, so I took the third piece and finally eased it up, and I'm like, that's it. And I still got the rest of it over there.
wow.
Oh yeah, and that's me. I don't. No, if I get a toothache, hell, I was drinking some water one night and ended up having to cough about halfway through the big old swallow and drowned. Literally drowned. And I was coughing and stuff, and I couldn't get it out, and blacked out, hit the floor, knocked out all my top front teeth, and busted my nuts.
I remember when you did that. That was last year or so ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was when me and Mike first got together, and then, but it knocked the water out. And I got up, went to the sink, pulled my damn loose teeth out, and threw them in the trash. And I still ain't had a toothache. I broke them off. I mean, just snapped them.
Wow.
Shane,
Yes, sir.
can I say something about those drugs?
Yes.
they're all right as long as you get. If you go to a GP and they give them to you, you got hell to pay. I had a psychiatrist do it, and it was years, but I've been taking them for decades. They work. They work. Wellbutrin was the worst thing. That was hard. But
yes, Wellbutrin is very bad on your body.
that I had imipramine. That's a generic name,
Right.
and it worked. You cut it down from 3 to 1, and it got me through maybe 5 or 10 years. But it's been decades, literally 30, 40 years. So
Look at
you know,
this. Here's a bit
Hey,
of
Paul
information.
What is this? Well, Putin?
I've been into the ER a couple times, and the first 2 times they couldn't find anything wrong with my enzymes on anything inside my body. So then they put me on this lisinopril, which is a blood thinner, and all this other horse shit. And now they're going, well, you might want to back up on drinking because now your enzymes are up. I'm going, bullshit. It's the stuff you keep giving me. So I've tried to cut back on my drinking. Now, this time's been a little more difficult. I don't know why, but it has been a little more difficult because it stabilizes me. When I'm having the looks like Tourette's and shaking and shit, I can have a beer and it'll calm right down. It'll calm right down. So I don't know. And I'm not making an excuse because I don't think beer's great for you either. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
I
mean,
like
it's
the
good
beer.
as long as you don't overdo it on it drinking. I mean, a beer or 2 here and there is fine, but when you're drinking a case a night, then yeah, you got a problem.
Well, and like I said, anything within moderation, your body was built to fix. But if you get over, if you get over moderation and you're just, and it's not like I slam them down. It's like 2 beers an hour or something, and that's
Right.
not slamming them down, but yet it's still, you go over a 10, 12-hour day. That's a lot of damn beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I get off at work in the morning, and I would like a nice cold beer, but it's like 7 o'clock in the morning. Who drinks at 7 o'clock in the morning?
People just get off work.
People that just
Well,
get off work. Yeah.
Yeah, and here's the deal. Just because, who said it was only okay to drink beer at night? Well, if you work, you get off, first thing you want to do is have a beer. Have your damn beer. They don't make 2 shits.
Right?
And that's just how I feel about it. So
Yeah, I like eating bacon for supper. What's that matter, huh?
I don't drink beer. It was just
Absolutely. I used to go to a restaurant daily. I went there every day for 2 or 3 years. 11:30 is when they open, so I go in there, and while they're getting everything ready, I drink a beer. And then my brother and my nephew would show up, and I'd buy everybody lunch, and I'd drink a couple beers, and I'd leave. We'd all leave. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I'm a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
I don't have to apologize for drinking a beer at lunch.
That's true.
That's so wrong that people put that on you. That
It's a stigma.
yes, you get up at 7 o'clock, or you come home at 7 o'clock in the morning and you want a beer, drink you a damn beer. Who
yeah,
cares?
I can't drink. I don't drink anymore because I did not do it in moderation back in the day. I drank a little too much.
Well, that's we still some of us still have some of that issue.
when I met Vicky, I worked for a guy. These guys was Irish, and his brother. They were American Irish, but they're like, I think they're from Boston or somewhere. Anyway, they'd meet us at this Irish pub for lunch, like to have meetings or whatever. So we got to the point where he said, "Well, I'll pay for lunch even when we don't come in if y'all eat here." So we generally go up there, and he didn't give a shit. We could have 5 pitchers of beer as long as we were copacetic to go back to work.
Oh, absolutely. And that's it. A couple beers at lunch. I'm sorry, if you eat, it's not going to jack you up. But
And then we went out back out and we landscaped and stuff too. So you're back out in the beating sun. So that beer don't last long.
oh, hell no. That burns out of you, and it actually makes it, yeah, it burns out of you twice as quick as water.
I think that one lady at work.
Then you can't get enough, you can't get enough moisture in your mouth.
Somebody at work told her she got fired for it.
In Germany, they have vending machines everywhere where you can get beer any time of day, any age.
Used to be in Germany. Used to be in Germany. If your chin went over the top of the bar, you could get a beer that was kids and stuff.
Yep.
Well, in Michigan, I know a guy. He's, I don't know, 10 or 15 years older than me, but in Michigan, he'd go down there for lunch, and he could put money in a vending machine and get a damn beer. They'd drink beer at lunch.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's at where they work. And I'm thinking, damn, I want a job there, I think. But I'd be sitting down there in the damn break room drinking beer all day is what would happen to me. But
Yeah, I worked at a moving and storage place in Cleveland that way. They take $1 out of everybody's check a week, and they had a Budweiser truck come through. They had 2 fridges they kept stocked with beer. They didn't have shelves. It was just flats of beer they put in there. Anything anybody liked, they had in there. And if we come back we could drink at lunch, and she kept food in the freezer and stuff. If we wanted to make steaks or whatever, we were more than welcome to come eat lunch at the shop. But it was moving and storage, and them women in the office all day long, they drank coffee, but they drank Irish coffee. You'd find Bushmills right over by the coffee pot.
oh,
But
yeah,
again, more Irish people.
yeah, you'll probably find little Carolinas or some Irish cream over there too, right next to the coffee pot.
Von
Little bit
Eric,
of
are
weird.
you in the city?
Yeah. Baltimore City.
Baltimore.
Then you probably know how them Irish upper drink with everything.
Yeah. They got it out of town. And Lower Italy.
You know,
It's crazy down there.
So that's why you come and watch all these crazy country boys.
Like I always say, I'm just some old dumb redneck from Oklahoma. So I got issues just like everybody else. Yeah. That's
Yeah, remember your state motto, Shane. Oklahoma's okay.
Oh, absolutely.
They couldn't think of nothing better. That's kind of messed up.
Yeah. We're not real intelligent. I never said we was intelligent down here. I just said,
We're okay.
yeah, we're okay.
My auntie lived in Tulsa, Oklahoma. She loved it.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. Boy, Tulsa's got jacked up here lately.
Yeah, but was that Joplin or Joplin where they had that tornado? We were up there visiting right after that tornado hit Joplin, Missouri, and I guess it came across close to where she was at.
Joplin, Missouri. Yeah, that from me, that's about 6.5, 7 hours from me.
That's like one side to the other, basically, to you, ain't it?
Yeah, I'm out here in the Panhandle, so yeah, it's a short little jaunt across the state where I'm at. It takes me about, if I want to go to Arkansas, it takes me about 6, 7 hours.
Arkansas.
Rockwell, Missouri, 6-7 hours. Yeah, it's a long way across. Tulsa would take me 6 hours to get there. So it's a long way across.
He's all the way over by Colorado, Texas.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm in between.
You're damn near as close to me as you are Tulsa.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, I'm 20 miles from Texas Panhandle, and I'm 20 miles from the Kansas border. So yeah, I can go either way and be in one state or the other.
And you're what, about 50, 60 miles from the west border, ain't you?
Let's see. No, I'm actually a little further than that. Over there to I can go to Clayton, New Mexico, but it takes me about 120 miles to but to get to Clayton, it's 120 plus 40, so 160 miles. Boise City, that's what it is. Boise City in Oklahoma. And because I'm in Beaver County, and that's Texas County, and then you got Cimarron County, and then you got New Mexico.
I used to I used to read about when a good businessman that I liked. I think he's from over there, and T-Bone Pickens.
T-Bone Pickens, just south of me.
Yeah. I used to, very good businessman.
Well, he's damn sure rich.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's any good at business, but I know he's damn sure rich, and it's because of all the damn oil. And
right,
he just south of me. I've been down to his Mesa Ranch, and
yeah, it's huge. Yeah.
Huge ain't the word for it.
Yeah.
You'll get lost for days in there if you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Yeah. This was sale for it was
up there. He had long strip
for 200 million, 220 million. That's down to 100.
That's Oklahoma. That's weird how Texas and Oklahoma got split by that little piece. It looks like a piece of cut off carpet, don't it?
Yeah.
There was a time that Texas was negotiating with Oklahoma to give us the panhandle.
Oh, yeah?
So y'all had Amarillo and stuff, and it'd have been more rectangular.
Oh, yeah. Amarillo was 2.5 hours south of me.
Oklahoma is Louisiana's sister state.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's all that was part of the French territory.
Yeah, Shane, you're 603 miles. It says I can get there in 8 hours, but the way I drive, I could probably get there in 6 or so.
Well, that ain't too damn bad. Like I said, I last time I went to Dallas, it took me 6 or I wasn't even in Dallas. I was in Hall, which is just on the north side of Dallas. And it was my brother drove, so it was like 6.5 hours.
Yeah, check
and the first time I ever went to Dallas, I really screwed up. Went down there because I'd bought a truck and it was at a repossession company. And I bought it off somebody that got it repossessed from them. And the bank allowed me to do it. And they called them and set it all up. And I went down there. And,
Keno.
son, do not drive through downtown Dallas. You'll be going down to there.
No.
And all of a sudden, the road stops. You go right or left, period. It doesn't go through.
You can get lost
So
on the help. Not even getting in.
Well, I got there at 4:30 in the afternoon. And at 9:30, I finally got to my motel room.
Damn.
That's how long it took me to get to Dallas. I said, we're going around when we leave. And my brother agreed, so we found a route around. We went back up through Wichita Falls, Texas. But yeah, we didn't go back up through. Dallas. Dallas is, I want to tell you, I flew to Houston a couple times, and 90% of the trip, when you're looking down from Oklahoma City, you're over Dallas. There's lights for days. Yeah,
That's why we always say big as Dallas.
it's freaking huge. And I'm like, nope, won't do that again.
I like Fort Worth. But Dallas isn't too bad.
Well, I've got some family land down in Fort Worth
Yeah, me too.
in the city, and I have no interest in going down there. None.
Ain't lost shit, huh?
Finding chemo.
I've never been there, and I didn't leave nothing there. So I'm not going to have to go down and try to collect it. I'm sorry. I just don't do it. I don't like big cities. I have never been a big fan of big cities. When I moved to Oklahoma City, it was a great experience. I had a lot of fun on how to learn how to drive like a moron. But other than that, no. I have no love lost. I like my little town. Here's the deal. My little town don't even have a stoplight. You can get off work at 5 o'clock and be home at 5:05, and that's after you stop by the damn grocery store.
Yeah, you won't pay to do that in the city.
Yeah, that's what I enjoy. There's no stop sign or lights, and it's a quiet
There's
little
no
place.
nothing.
There's nothing here. That's exactly right. Nothing. And the only thing I don't like about it is
I need your help with this.
not a very big choice of food. So, hence, one, I become a damn good cook. Now I'm lazy and don't cook. So now I'm stuck to eating this crap they serve around here.
Bonnie,
Yes.
you spoke about your children. I wanted to point something out, which is obvious. Just how precious women like you are. My mom was told probably to get a part-time job because of menopause. My daughter was born. We couldn't figure it out. We couldn't. But it was with colic. It'll be over in a month. It lasted 6. We were 6 kids every Saturday night with a kid that was purple, almost blue. My mom stayed weekends. My dad's house I rented. I looked at my wife one time with her in my arms, and she said, "What?" And I said, "I'm going to put it back." And I was serious. If it wasn't for my mom, I would have gone crazy.
Yes.
Women like you and like my mom are priceless.
Yeah.
She could lay with that child. She could lay with that child screaming and calm it. So
Yeah.
it just when you told me that, it reminded me. I almost
I had two with colic, and it's very hard. You just sit there and rock them, and there's nothing else you can do. And the easiest time I had raising kids was without a husband, and that's sad to say.
Well, it was no fun for me, I'll tell you. Between working and spending weekends down at Sick Kids Hospital and asking them when does it end, and it'll be another week, it's almost 7 months later. I was drinking great water. But anyway, I just thought I'd point it out. If it wasn't for my mom, I would have got divorced. I would have been crazy.
Well, thank you for that.
Not too many women like that out there. But anyway, that's the end of my little rant.
Now, Bonnie's a Bonnie's a good woman. She, I'm sure maybe in her past she had some issues, but no, she is a beautiful woman. She just beautiful soul, and you can't beat it. And I'm sorry. I've looked. I've been around a few day or three, and you just can't beat it.
Nope.
Jeez, y'all are making me blush or cry or something. I'll be right back.
You know what I went through, Shane, when you're talking about, I don't know, what I did when I was 4 months off was hyperventilate and everything else. They sent me to relaxation. You know, the guy, you listen to music and you sit back in the easy chair, and if you fall asleep, at the end of it, I got a mind like yours. I said to him, I need to know what happened. If they said hyperventilation, that's fine, but I need to know what happened. He said, get out. That's what he said to me, get out. I got a mind like yours. It takes a lot to shut off.
Oh yeah, mine don't stop. It's a friggin' machine.
Something shut my Google Chrome off.
Yeah, well, I tried to shut my Google Chrome off. All it did to me was just,
I don't know if y'all see me.
Sent me to bed. So I had to start trying something different because, yeah, it's one of those deals. That's why I had to try something different because my mind wouldn't stop.
Do you know what, when I had the drag car, you know what a tubular front end is, the K member?
Yes.
I took it off the trailer, put it in the, it's a funny story, into the garage. And I had that from the fabricator, and next door neighbor was a retired, he had a tool and die company, and he sold for a lot of money. But he started his yard work. And he said, good morning, and all that. I said, good morning, Carl. And I'm staring at the front of the car. So he finishes 2 hours later. He comes back. I'm still sitting there. And he says, what's wrong? What are you doing? I said, I'm looking at the car, imagining putting it in before I even start. He said, yeah, okay, I'll believe that when I see it. Of course, it went in. But just reminded me of his thought of my mind. You know, it wouldn't shut off. But the K member went in okay, and I just took it to the shop and hit it with the air gun on, you know, what needed it. But they used to look at me with like I was crazy.
Yeah, and it's one of those deals. I'm gonna talk about me here in a second. Is like I said, my mind never stops. It's I'm not a smart man.
Here you go, Bonnie. I'm sending you something to pop up there.
I just do a lot of thinking and a lot of common sense, and I watch all kinds of stupid shit on the internet and the interweb, and I get aggravated, so I have to turn it off so I don't get all excited. But yeah, I know I see a lot of things. Last night I jumped onto somewhere I shouldn't have been, but it was because I'm tired of being, you know, say what you want about me. I don't care. But sometimes I want to say something back too.
Yep.
And they won't invite me up. So, or I will.
Nobody put Shane in a corner.
No. What was that? That was a
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing. Yes, no one puts baby in a corner.
Bonnie, I sent you a link. Put up her something quick. Make Shane laugh.
Okay.
Uh-oh. I'm in trouble, I'm sure.
What the hell are you doing?
Huh?
What the hell are you doing?
I'm jacking off.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Huh? What the hell are you doing?
I'm not jacking off.
Oh my god.
Hey, Andrew's logo.
Vicky sent me that earlier.
No, it's funny. I like
Sorry,
that.
that was echoing because I didn't mute.
Hello, Garrett.
Had a can of off on a jack.
Yes.
Jack off. What are you doing, jacking off?
That's my sense of humor.
No, that was good.
That's normal.
I like that.
Here's a link if anybody wants to see it. Maybe it'll sound better.
All right. I gotta help Andrew make me menu.
Hey, Garrett.
Yep. These 35-year marriages just amaze me.
Do you want to hear something about long marriages that a comedian did? It might bring a smile to your face. He went through anybody in the army out there, yell, 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 Marines, and the war never ends. And he says, I've been married 27 years to 3 women. And he says, how many have been married out there? How many have been married? How long? 20 years, 20, 27. One come up with 35. And he says, yes, sir, I can see your wife there. You got a trophy. That's your trophy. Woman's on your arm. She's always your trophy. Looking at her, I can tell you got a first place trophy. And she got a plaque.
And she got a what?
Okay.
Got a plaque.
A plaque.
Yeah. I got to explain my jokes. I got to go back to the room. He said to him, your wife, she's a first place trophy. And she got a plaque. Never mind.
I'm sorry.
It must be my delivery. I don't know. It was funny.
Funny, Blackwater. It was funny.
I don't know.
Well, I know how much work it takes to stay married. And
That was always my problem. I could always get a woman, but keeping them, boy, that was work. That was work.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
I
it
didn't
was-
mind the work, but it was just apparently they didn't think I did enough work for them. I've been married twice. I'm like, I'm going to go back to the days of Jesus. I don't need that piece of paper to tell me I'm married. You consummate with somebody. That's what I told my brother will tell you all the time. No, he's just going to have sex with you and buy you a damn house, and he's going to go on. and it's not like that. But so now I'm just like,
Damn, that's a hell of a door prize. Sleep with Shane, get a house.
yeah, that's it. That's it. That is a door prize right there.
You know,
Trust me, I don't just sleep with anything that walks through. Trust me, because I could do some damage with a lot of things that walk through my door, but I don't. I just don't do it, and it's.
You know what you got to do, Shane? Quit returning them for the deposit.
Yeah, well.
What can you do, right? It's pretty hard.
Right. It's not the rent that gets me. The deposit's the easy part. It's what comes after that really costs you.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I just don't get excited. I don't. People come over all the time, and some beautiful people. Don't get me wrong. Beautiful people. I just won't do it. Like I said, I got divorced 4 or 5 years ago, and it's been over 4 years since I've been with a lady. And you know what? I'm in no hurry. I don't care.
There you go.
You're gonna have to go get you some CLR to get the rust off of it.
I know that's right. I'm probably going to have to, yeah.
Shane, weren't you in the live about 2 months ago when we went through the WD-40 thing with the squirrel?
Oh, yeah, that was
Or did you
funny.
miss that?
Yeah, that was funny. No, I remember.
You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh.
Yeah, I just don't get excited like a lot of people anymore. And so I told Bonnie, I don't want to come down there and just jump all over her. Shit, no. I just want to.
Oh, come on, Shane, you miss it.
Oh, trust me, there's times I miss it. Don't get me wrong. But I don't need that. I don't need that. What I need is somebody that cares as much about me as I do them.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the other.
Yeah. Yeah, the other is
bonus.
Yeah, the other sometimes is needed, but
That's how
it's
me.
not.
I think of her. She thinks of me, and we take care of each other in between.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's it. It's just one of those deals. You just.
Thank you for coming up, Juan Eric. He jumped down, I guess.
Yeah, it's just one of those deals. You just want to spend time with people that's like-minded, and you can laugh and giggle and have a good time. You know, you don't. The rest of that shit is immaterial to me. Now, don't get me wrong. There is a time or two that I get a little frisky. But
well, the compass always points north, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So I'm told.
Oh, it's always going to be there. Yes, but yeah, I just don't get real excited about that crap anymore. It's overrated, and here's why I say that: it's because people get so blinded by the sex, they forget about the true feelings. And that's why you see so many divorces. And that's why you see so many separations. It's not the sex. It's the companionship. And people, if they'll really think about it, do what, Chuck?
Sex just a bonus.
Yeah. No, that's just the icing. You know, you can make the whole damn cake, and that's just the icing. And if you don't have no icing, that's fine. I'll eat the cake without icing. That's how I prefer it anyway, usually. It's less of a mess.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't, like I said, it's just. So I think of things a little different than most people. I don't.
No, not really.
I don't get real excited about a lot of things. I try not to get mad. Not saying I don't.
Don't be so humble, Shane, because you want to know something. Bonnie want to know what pulls me back. I was saying to people, hear this voice, who is it? It was you. Now, Chuck, I'm fine with you and fine with a lot of people. I'm not taking away. But initially, it was Shane.
Well, I just don't get real excited about much of anything. And it's if I'm here on the interweb just to visit because I like talking to people and I get lonely. So I get on and
I think
talk
that's
to people.
30% of us.
Yeah, and that's it. And we've connected with the whole freaking world. I mean, look, Dorinda's in Canada. Chuck's in Louisiana, Texas. Bonnie's in Texas. Blackwatch, I'm not sure where you're from. I'm from Oklahoma.
Ontario, like
Oh, so you're up there in Canada too. See,
He's in Windsor area.
Yeah, and
I can throw a stone and hit the Detroit River from here.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you throw a stone and hit New York and knock them out?
I didn't care for New York. New Jersey wasn't bad, but New York, no. Personally.
Yeah, and that's it. You know, we just all get to conversate, and that's what I enjoy. It's when I got with Mike, it was always because I heard all these influencers out there on the interweb, and sorry, I call it the interweb because it's the internet and the web, World Wide Web, and so I just call it the interweb because that's what it is. It's a big freaking web. And when I got with Mike, it was one of those deals that I was so sick of screaming at my screen because no one would listen to me. And you can't ever get on these influencers' channels. And Mike come up with a channel to where I could have a voice. Well, I bailed off in there, and me and him, we hit it off, and we've been together ever since. And that's why I do what I do. It's not because I want to be famous or something silly. It's just because I've got a lot of shit in my head. I'm not getting younger. And I'd like to spit out my opinion of some things that people need to hear, I believe. No, maybe I'm wrong.
Dorinda? Is she still there?
Yes.
Dorinda's still there?
Yeah.
Was that a yep? You know how to use Zoom?
I've used it a couple of times. Do I like it? No.
Well, I can't use StreamYards. Well, then I won't send you an invitation then, so there.
Well, try to send me an invitation and I might come chat with you.
I need Bonnie can do it. I need an email address.
de.hammer@shaw.ca.
Could you email that, Bonnie? I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here. I can hardly see.
I can't. I don't have Dorinda's email.
Okay, well.
Dorinda, can you put it in private chat?
Yeah, I was going to say, put it in private chat, and they can just click on it.
I can't see it.
Okay.
I'm almost blind.
Okay, I'll get it from private chat and send it to you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Just don't bring the family, Dorinda. Just don't bring the family, Dorinda. It's only good for 1 or 2 on a free account.
Okay. Hello, Gigi. Hello, Tennessee Ridge Runner. And hello, Linda Clay.
Oh, Gigi decided to show up. Yeah, I'm going to have to put my glass on and read some of that shit that's going through.
Read it for me, will ya? I can't see it either.
Nah, she says hi, everyone. She's playing with her husband again. Well, she didn't say it. She said she's playing a game with her husband.
Did Sterling consent this time?
I don't know.
Oh.
She said, lost again. So
hello,
apparently
Diane.
he won.
Dorinda, you have to tell me what time of day.
Shaw.co.
The latest I work is 3 o'clock. So anytime after 3.
When I get it, I can send you a
That's an A.
line. You know.
C-A. Okay. I think I got it.
He's in the house making tea. Good. Maybe he can make his damn bacon too. Just teasing.
Oh,
She'll be in there.
listen to you.
I know she'll be in there making 4 pounds of bacon in the morning. You watch. 4 o'clock in the morning.
Hey,
What's it?
Guardian.
Sorry.
It's okay.
What do you think of female bacon? I used to like that the best.
The what?
Female bacon.
The hell is that?
It's like it's a slab of bacon that kind of looks like a 3 or 4 inch oval, about 1.5 inches tall, and it's in pieces, and you slice it. It's got cornmeal on it to keep it fresh.
Huh. Sounds like pork belly with cornmeal.
The terminology could be off. It's called female bacon here.
Mm-hmm.
It comes from backpackers and that type of thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I prefer
that's
real
what bacon
bacon
is.
to female bacon.
Yeah. Dorinda might know. She should know.
Yeah, I know what female
Yeah,
bacon is, but I prefer regular bacon to female.
Well, just you got to.
Well, that's the difference between Canada and America. Is everybody's got their own little
Yeah.
niche. They buy, sell, and trade, and trust me, I didn't know what the hell pork belly was forever. And then finally, I watched enough Gordon Ramsay to figure out that it's bacon that just hadn't been cut up yet.
I think female came from the canoers, the fur traders up here,
Mm-hmm.
Hudson Bay and all that.
GG. 2 pounds made at 3 p.m. Well, there you go. Got her whooped early. Yeah, I watched her make it one day, and shit, it made me damn there starved to death. And I think we're still on the phone at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's been a long time ago, but yes. Yeah.
Sorry, Bonnie, if I made you leave, but you deserve it. You deserve all the credit.
You didn't make me leave, but thank you.
6 slices left. So you had breakfast too then, Gigi? Did you put it on a sandwich with cheese and mayonnaise and a slice of egg and tomato?
She said BLTs for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Yeah, BLTs are great.
That's when you got to put female bacon on it. It's even better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's what I always told. Me and my brother-in-law would always tell everybody, yeah, you could wrap a piece of dog shit in bacon. And I'd be, shit, that's a meal.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You're going to turn me off of this, you know that.
Oh, yeah. It was, but, we're exaggerating a little bit, but I'm going to tell you, you can put bacon on anything, and it's just like heaven.
Do you know how hard it is to look inside a BLT sandwich without it falling apart to see what's in there?
Oh, yeah. I don't even look. I just eat the damn thing.
Oh.
Maybe this will make you happy, Shane.
What's that, hon?
Let me pull it up.
You gotta be careful on pulling things.
Well, don't tie it in a bow and it won't come loose like that.
Now that little bastard in a knot. You'll be fine.
Oh, God.
I can't read that shit. You're probably going to have to read that to me. I'm about HRC.
Oh.
with a case number, Donald J. Trump, plaintiff, HRC, and then it has all the names associated to that person. And what I found interesting was Jake Sullivan. Does that name sound familiar to anybody?
Yep. Yes, it does.
Yeah. Cash Kelly kept warning us about him because he just happened to be at every single anything that was going on, protest, riot, whatever you want to call it. And funny how he was right there to film at the Capitol.
Imagine that.
Now we know who he was paid by.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that organization is, it needs to go away. It's the one that caused the Muir building in 1995. It's the one that caused it. No, it's going to piss somebody off.
No, I've been.
Great.
Sorry, go ahead.
And it's that person's name has caused a lot of issues.
You know, I've been in a chat where people come in, and what amazes me to this day is that YouTube allows a channel to be created with that name. I can't believe that they would allow it, but they do.
Now, if you're a conservative, now your channel's coming down. Just me, we get it. But if you're something a little different, no, you can stay on forever. And everybody keeps asking, how the hell they stay up? And it's because of they're still putting out what the non-conservatives want to hear. And that's how they're up.
Oh, but these channels, Shane, had no content.
Oh, I know it.
There's a World War II group, you know what I'm talking about? And that was all over on the name. I could not believe that YouTube allow it, that it doesn't filter for that. But anyway, they do.
Well, and it's one of those deals. We're living in a world right now that's trying to screw the American people and the Canadian people and the Mexican people, and we just got to figure out how to get it back on track. I know this administration is doing its best to turn us into China. That's what I firmly believe. Now, I may be wrong, but no, they're just trying to turn us into China controlled and
The whole world.
Yes, and I'm not down for that.
Nope.
I'm not down for that.
Can I say something briefly, Bonnie?
Yes.
We had a discussion. I mentioned, I believe at the time, somebody equated the liberals up here to the Nazis. But anyway, communism, socialism. There was a party long, long ago on the prairies, CPP or something. Anyway, it's Tommy Douglas. It's become the new Democratic Party, which divorced itself from the unions because of organized crime. However, you know, all the seniors up here, they would not be taken care of. They would be made to pay if it wasn't for that man and his policies. So socialism was transformed into taking care of the elderly, the ones that have worked all their lives. We weren't going to forget them. So, you know, I temper my thoughts with that, you know. Socialism to me is just care of each other in this case. You know, you just don't shut them off because they don't have the money. You know, they don't.
Right.
You know, up here, somebody could be worth $50 million, and the government would give them exactly the same, almost, as those that worked all their lives, and the house went and everything else. That's wrong.
Yes.
But without socialism, the others will not be taken care of. So, you know, that's how I read socialism. Communism, no. I mean, communism, come on. But socialism is kind of taking care of one another.
Well, and that's what we're trying to do, where we don't have to depend on the government to do that, because then the government thinks that they control you if they give you any help at all. And so if we can get it to where communities are taking care of their elderly, their children, and everybody in between, then we don't have to worry about that. Everyone is taken care of.
You picture this. There was a man here in Windsor, work when the auto industry, Chrysler, started to shut down. So he thought, I'm going to take the family to, I think it was Manitoba, Saskatchewan, one of them. So he got there 10 months, 2 years, whatever, and he developed cancer. So the government there said, well, the industry, the system, says, you know, if you were here 5 years or 10 years, you'd qualify. You better go back to Ontario, which he had to do. So, I mean, the concept of cross province, cross state, all this thing doesn't work. That's why all our taxes go to the federal government now, and they push it down to the provinces. It just makes it more streamlined.
Okay, that doesn't happen here.
Thank you, Linda.
Our money goes to other countries to examine frogs or turtles or what have you.
Transgender studies.
Yes.
It happens here. Don't fool yourself. You know, Dorinda will tell you, it happens here.
Yeah. Here's the thing about taxes. If people will go read the tax law, now, maybe not in Canada, but I know in the United States, if they'll go read the tax law, it says every citizen will pay taxes. So then you go look up the word citizen. And you know what citizen means? Since there was no definition, the House of Representatives made up a definition for it. So Congress made up a definition for it. And you know what it means? It means anybody that works for the federal government. The private sector has nothing to do with that. We don't work for them. We work for ourselves. So when people are beating me up over what I do, I have never broke a law. When you sign that damn IRS paper, you are committing fraud if you don't work for the government. But they don't tell you that because they say everybody's a citizen. And everybody's made to believe that. And that is not a correct statement. Look at the definitions.
Hello, unspecified who.
You know, it was the worst move to me when Canada abolished the British North America Act.
Yes.
For some fruitless, meaningless confederation again. Stupid.
Yep.
Are you aware of how Canada came into being? The story. It's true and it's hilarious, but it's pitiful.
Yeah.
Sir John A. Macdonald, they got it all together. I forget the fellow from Quebec that he befriended, you know, politically. And they went over to England, early 1867. Tried with the House of Lords, and they sat there and they sat there and they sat there. You know what was more important to them? Because it was to the national betterment. They were sitting to hear bringing in dog licenses for pets. That was important, more important than Confederation. So that it's a true story.
Mm-hmm.
But he got it passed by the House of Lords.
Yeah, it's all been a.
But anyway.
Anybody that's over all that thinks they have rule over all the people, they don't care about anything but one thing, and that's to rule over the people. Period.
And
That's
money,
it.
money, money. And money.
Yes, money.
It's
They want the money and they want to control the people, and that's it. Period.
Yep.
And here's the thing: us people, us peasants, as Nancy Pelosi calls us, are the ones that build and do everything so they can be rich.
Yep.
So, us peasants should be very. We should take back the power. We are not peasants. We do it all, and everybody lives off the back of us. And they just sit up there and just make up stupid ass rules, which they can't even do if you read the Constitution. Then they turn around and wipe their ass on the Constitution, and it really makes me mad. Because they don't listen to the Constitution, they don't go by the Constitution.
They don't listen to anything. They do
No.
as they please, break laws, whatever, and no consequences. We have to be held accountable for anything we say or do, but they don't.
No, and they've got immunity when they're in the Congress building. So even if they lie, they've got immunity. If they're on the way to there, they got immunity. And if they're way home, they've got immunity.
Yep.
It's bullshit. It is straight up bullshit. Now, I'm sorry I had to say that word, but it is what it is.
Well, it is.
You got to be careful, Shane, when you take a car to the wreckers. You got to have another one to replace it where you're going to walk, if you know what I mean.
Well, that's what we're working on.
Yes, and I fully understand that. I fully understand it. But the house of cards need to fall so we can put up a house of stone. If that makes any sense to anybody.
Yeah.
That's been tried before. It was tried in Russia in the early 1900s.
Linda, what do you mean?
The czar spent too much time at the beach, and the people kind of got upset with that. Look what it got replaced with. And it went corrupt very quickly. Like I said, Bonnie, history. Watch, it repeats itself.
Oh, I know. But I was reading Linda's comment.
Linda's comment is
I know
after Reds.
Right. And I see what it says, but we already did that for 14 days. So I'm wondering what she means by
do it again. I don't know.
If
I think that's what we're talking about.
If you mean like come together as one to do that, a lot of people are in agreement with that already. Yes. Okay. I would have no problem with that.
Anyway, Shane, break out the cards and beer, will you?
Do what, bud?
Break out the cards and beer.
Well,
Have
I
a
got
Coke.
one of them broke out. I don't know what I'll do about the cards, but
Oh, I got Dex cards all over the house. Anytime I go on a trip, I take at least 5 because when we play Spot and Malice, each person has to have a deck.
When you play what?
Spot and Malice.
I don't even know what
What
the
the
hell
hell is
that
that?
is. But I always bring a deck with me.
Can you explain that, Bonnie, please?
It is kind of like, I think it's Skippo, or I think it's Skippo that it's kind of like. And so you count out 20 cards face down, and then you get 5 cards in your hand, the rest go in the middle, and you can put down 4 rows of cards to discard, but you try to play the ace through king in the center, 4 stacks. Whoever gets rid of their 20 cards first wins. My grandmother and I played that.
Yeah, I kind
Always.
of remember that game. But it wasn't called that up here. But yeah, I kind of remember that game.
I was just going to wonder about that, whether you play it with your clothes on or not. But I guess obviously you do.
With my grandmother, yes.
Yeah, well, I hadn't got to grandmother yet, so pardon my thought. It's
Grandmas don't usually play strip poker now. Come on.
Not with their granddaughters.
I gave up playing solitaire. I couldn't stand playing it at all.
I play solitaire.
I'm gonna not even comment.
Sudoku.
Say, Shane?
He's not going to comment. Not even going to comment.
Okay.
I can't get his voice down.
You're doing a great job, though, Bonnie.
Thank you.
You ever gotten a game of euchre where people take it too seriously?
No, I don't know how to play that.
Yes, and I'm the one that's going to take it seriously.
Well, then kick you out with your hand signal. Hearts, stage, kick my foot. Jesus, that was...
No, I didn't do the hand signals. I didn't cheat. But when I had, when we were playing the game and I had all of the freaking clubs, and there's the 9 of clubs that's on the deck, and my partner picks it up and he's got no fucking clubs, I got a little pissed off when he lost.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, then he went alone and floored it right down and blew you away, right?
No, he lost.
Oh, well, that's...
And I'm like jumping over the table ready to kill him. It
Oh,
wasn't
good Lord.
a fun situation.
And I love dominoes. Dominoes are fun.
I know dominoes.
My grandmother and great uncle used to play cribbage all the time, and I watched and tried to learn, but never got that down.
I had a boyfriend when I was in high school, and his dad made me play crib with him when my boyfriend went out with his friends to the bar, but I couldn't go because I was legal age, but I didn't look it, and they wanted to get in, and they were younger.
Yeah, but it begs the question, Dorinda. It begs the
Well,
question. How did they
you know
fit you into the crib at that age?
Yeah, but I had a great time playing with his dad, even though I didn't really know how to play, didn't understand the damn game.
I'll be back in a little bit, guys. I'll stay on here, but I'll be back here in just a few minutes.
Okay. Hello, Canadian Patriot.
Hi, Canadian Patriot. Brenda. And backgammon. I love backgammon too.
I used to play Othello on the computer. I don't know if that's the same thing, but it's almost the same thing. So I was
Yeah.
told.
I like board games, and I like billiards. I like bowling. I like.
You don't play 9-ball? You like billiards better?
Yes. Cool.
You'd rather snooker somebody than pocket them. Play them both. They're fun games.
Yeah. I did best at that when I was angry, because I could picture their face on the ball and just
Was this at a pool hall?
crack.
Huh?
When the balls go crack. Yes, it was the only place to play pool around here is at a bar.
So the guy just had his table recloth. You got the cue ball and you're going to whack it like that. He's over the counter yelling at you. It's going to cost $1,000 recloth that table, lady.
No, I didn't never ruin the green. It was fine.
Sorry, go ahead.
I hit the ball, not the table.
We had after school, that was at a pool hall, and we always played on the 6x12, the large table. And the guy just had it all cloth, a number of tables. And anyway, Chris was short, and you snooker, right? Snookered. So you might have the blue ball with the pool with the cue ball in front of it, and over the top is the next ball. He put the cue down on it, freaked the guy out, but he knocked it right over the ball and onto the other one every time he got it. He was very, very good.
I've pulled that off maybe once or twice, not very often. And I see Brenda mention snooker. I've never heard that.
Yeah, it's snooker. It's called snooker. Yeah.
That's with the red balls, is it not?
Yeah, the red, blue, black, brown, yellow, and all the reds.
Huh.
No pockets on the table.
Well, we had pockets on our table.
No, but so did he. So did he, because it was dual function. Pool hall can't. But the proper one has no pocket.
Oh. I didn't know that.
It just meant the snooker. But you should be able to sync them, to run it up, all the reds and yellow to the black. Yeah.
My mom taught us kids how to play poker when we were little, and we played with matchsticks, the kitchen matches, box of kitchen matches.
I thought you were going to say your mom made you give all the lunch money back to the kids.
No, we didn't get lunch money. We took a paper sack.
So did I.
Yep.
I went home for lunch.
I did that at recess one time, and my mom got upset that I got confused. Morning recess, I wandered off home. Grade 1. What are you doing home? I said, I want my lunch. Not lunchtime.
Okay, Garrett, brag. I used to have a mini pool table in the kitchen and living room were wide open, and it was humongous. So there was enough room for the mini pool table, and the kids, we would always play that.
Cool.
Have you ever done that break really, really hard, like you say, to get anger out or whatever? And unfortunately, the ball leaves the table and hits a spectator standing there.
I saw
a guy standing at the end of the table get his 2 front teeth knocked out like that. And
Yeah.
so anytime anybody was breaking, I was on their end, not on the other. Because, yeah, nope. I've seen those balls go flying.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can be dangerous.
I'm still trying to figure out how they got the elephants on the lathe to round out the cue balls and the ivory balls. Could never do that in shop class. Okay, I'll stop. I'm tired anyway.
Yeah. And ping
So
pong.
what's happening in Windsor area? Anything?
Nothing good, that's for sure.
Whoops. Who jumped down? Who else was up here? Was
Chuck.
it Chuck?
Yeah.
Yikes. Were we ignoring Chuck? Chuck, I'm sorry. He didn't say anything.
No. Maybe his internet's acting up too. Who knows?
Pool tables make you think of the Beverly Hillbillies? I must have missed that one. Did I ever play ping pong?
Don't get Shane going now, talking about ping pong paddles.
We were at a family reunion, and there was a ping pong table in the garage. And so the guys were out there playing, and they told my Laura, the little bulldog, Laura, why don't you come out here and give it a try? And she said, okay, I'll try it. Of course, she's played a lot, but we didn't let them know that, and she whipped them.
Awesome.
Yep, they still talk about that when they see Laura. Don't let her play anything against us. We were always playing games. If it was summer, it was volleyball. Here at the house, I have the 2 poles with the tires and the cement. I bought the volleyball net, the balls, the soccer. I got a soccer goals and the soccer balls. Everything for the kids to play outside. They are still in the boxes. So when I move, I'm just going to sell it all because I guess the grandkids didn't want to play any of it. It's sad that kids don't play games or anything like.
No.
I mean, even every time we had a family reunion, there was going to be a volleyball game too.
Yep. That happens at our family reunions.
Yeah.
And the last family reunion where we were, they didn't have a volleyball net at the campground, which was stupid. So we just made our own.
Oh, Garrett, I did that too. Dart competitions. Yeah, I've got a box of darts and tips somewhere around here.
Now, I remember grade 7 and 8. We had the gym teacher was Drew Chuck, ex-Olympian, big scar on his face. I think he got drunk and killed his wife and kids. But anyway, volleyball, yeah. And of course, he was volleyball Olympic. And I'm on the other side of the net. He says, I'm going to show you how to spike it. So throw it to me. Guess who got it almost in their face? I put my hands up, knocked me flat on my ass. He says, now that's how you block it. I said, yeah, teach, right, on the floor. But he was an Olympian.
Yeah.
We had junior high, We had a grade school past it after the fence, the recess.
Mm-hmm.
He was a javelin thrower. This is how you throw it. Bonnie, that thing was a blur.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going, oh my God, they're out for recess. It landed 4 feet before the fence.
Wow.
He was an Olympic javelin thrower too.
That's awesome.
When my daughter was in public school and they were learning how to play volleyball, the school, the principal at the time, would only let the boys have the volleyballs. Okay, the girls couldn't play with the volleyballs. So what the girls did was they played volleyball with basketballs.
How do you do that? You can't do that.
No
They
way.
did it. They bumped, they volleyed, they did it. They had it going. Okay, and then 2 weeks before they had a tournament coming up, I went to Walmart or Zellers or wherever the hell it was, and I bought 3 or 4 volleyballs so the girls could practice with the volleyballs before their tournament. So I brought the girls in the volleyballs. Okay, those volleyballs, I'm telling you, they were hitting the ceiling, they were hitting the basketball nets, they were hitting everything because they were so light compared to the basketballs. They were having a hard time getting control of the volleyballs. So we had extra practices and everything, and we got them going. And oh my God, they blew that tournament away because they were so used to playing with basketballs that when it came time with the volleyball, when they finally figured out how to do it, it was like bam, 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 you're done. It was awesome.
Tell me something, Dorinda. Do the girls still wear those funny looking blue one-piece bloomer thing?
No,
No.
maybe in high school, but not in public school.
So
My
high school.
kids never had to wear them at all.
I'm out of touch. Been so long. That was over 50 years ago.
Well, it wasn't quite that long for me, but I remember those ugly blue outfits, and they were disgusting.
Yeah, but there sure was a laugh when you were, the teacher let you rest for one that you look across behind the benches and look at them. Funny looking. Oh, well.
It's horrible what they let the kids wear to play volleyball now. Those volleyball shorts are just
Yeah.
Yeah, they might as well be wearing the damn thong.
yeah.
Because hell,
It's
they got
just
them
wrong.
so far up their damn ass. It's like it's the same with
Yeah.
Olympic. It's just it's embarrassing.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
they
the girls
shouldn't do that.
and the girls walk all over town like that all year long, like
Yeah,
smoking.
it's not natural. I mean, maybe it's natural, but and in Spain, nudity over there is nothing to them. They can drive up and down
Well,
the
I know.
road, and people don't get excited. But over here in America, you got a bunch of damn people that think it's out of line, and it's like, so is it out of line or is it not? I don't know. But all I know is, yeah, would I want my daughter walking around like that? Hell no.
Nope.
Put some damn britches on.
Mhm.
You could have had the nail teachers minus 15 Fahrenheit. That's a lovely day for a run. Everybody outside in your shorts.
No, absolutely.
And a shower afterwards. Talk about shock.
I remember being a kid in June, going to my swimming lessons, and there was still ice in the lake.
Yeah.
Big ice chunks in the lake, and we were swimming in that water with our bathing suits and everything. And we had a blast. We didn't give a shit if there was chunks of ice in there. But it kind of hurt sometimes when you dove off the diving board if you didn't see the ice before you were making your dive.
Ouch.
Bonnie,
Yes,
that
Canadian
only happens,
Patriot, I've been Boeing. Yes.
that only happens up north, Bonnie. Don't talk about all Ontario. That's only for the people up north.
That's true. And I was farther up north than I am now. So yeah.
You know, we hit a point, the same teacher, I think he was Olympic wrestler too, same guy. And the change room's in the basement. You know, it's an old thing. And you get up to teenage years and all of a sudden everybody in the shower. Well, you know what that's like, and you got to get used to that. So he said to one guy, you know, stand-up showers, and I had a brass drain. This guy was sliding around in it. And on his belly right over the drain, cut him all open.
Ooh.
But the same teacher, we decided we're going to get him back. We hid behind the door, beside the door. There was about 15. We're going to put him in the shower. This is the end of the year. He threw us against the wall with both arms, almost knocked us out. We're on top of him, and he just spread his arms. He was an incredible man.
Yep.
Good. Yeah, school days.
I hated school. Just, they were evil people.
Yeah, but without it, you go nowhere.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Oh,
Well, there's certain things that you do need some teaching with, but you know, your parents could probably do that. I'm going to tell you, people have been growing up for thousands of years without a school.
Mhm.
Thousands.
That's what I was saying. My grandmother had a sixth
And
grade
now,
education,
that's it. That's
and
it.
she was the smartest woman I knew. She loved to read.
And it's all in what a person really wants to pursue.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the education that they put out is not true. So then you're being educated incorrectly. So how is that a beneficial? I don't think it is. Now, math, a little bit of English,
Trade schools.
Trade schools. Is that what
Yep.
you said?
Yes.
Yeah, trade schools. Somebody teaches you some.
English, reading, writing, and arithmetic.
That's what it was for 50 years, and now they've changed it to where it's
sex ed.
Yeah, sex ed, home and health. Yeah, it's all kinds of stupid shit that.
You know, in the late 68, 69, 67, 69, I had a 4-year business of commerce. So, like I said, my dad, you know, you're either going to go to college, whatever you're going to do, you're not. And it's the first summer I ever had off, not working. Anyway, I went down to Simpson's, it's a department store, and their drivers were non-union, but they had Ryder trucks painted the color. So I figured get a job doing that, right? But they said, no, we don't have that. And Dorinda can appreciate this from her go with the cash register tapes. You want to do this on midnight. You read cash register tapes from all the stores and it goes on magnetic tape and then the computer and yada, yada. But you know something? For that job now, you have to have a computer science degree. The job I did, you never get in. You never, and I've met those people, and they're spun. There's no other word for it. They have no clue. It's all theoretical. But I'd rather take somebody that worked their way up than somebody out of university. You know, but
yep.
They're, in honesty, not to blow my own horn, I had a thing for it. It just made sense to me, how a computer works, the way it works. But if I did it again, I don't know. I don't relish being out on a 53-mile convoy. Bring it up to date, but that's the way it was. To get a job like that, you just couldn't do it today. Impossible.
Simpson Sears. The good old days, Black Watch. Canadian Patriot said that.
Pardon me?
Canadian Patriot said Simpson Sears. The good old days, Black Watch.
With Christmas catalogs. Oh my God. Oh, you could not wait till those catalogs came out, because you'd be sitting there looking through the catalogs, and the boys, honestly, would be sitting in the girls' bra and underwear section for hours and hours on end, looking at the toys.
Yeah, and going down at Christmas time to look at the windows at Eaton's and Simpson's Christmas window.
See, here it was Sears and Roebuck.
Well, the thing with Simpsons, Robert Simpson was in Newmarket. It was dry goods, and he moved to Toronto, and was the first steel buildings, Queen and Young. And it caught fire, and that's why he had that one built, of steel. But he died in 1899. They just took his name. And Sears was partly behind it. Now it's Hudson's Bay Company owns it all. The little story of how Simpson started. So it was never really Simpson Sears. Well, kind of.
Yeah. Wish books. We used to use the big phone books. Do y'all remember those?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all probably don't even remember the big phone books.
Now the phone books are this freaking thick.
Yes.
Used to be this thick. Now they're this thick. And you can barely see the fucking writing in it.
We can't even get a phone book anymore.
Oh, we get one delivered every year.
We used to, but they stopped it.
Smaller and smaller, but it still comes.
Dorinda, you know what Eaton's did. That was a family. It still is family run. The store Queen and Young. You can walk into that thing, and it's going to look like it's got his big statue in brass. Bonnie, it goes for blocks now. It's a mall.
Wow.
You should see it running north. It was just a store and about a square block. Now it runs, and the streets, they have ramps over it. You never know you're outside. It's huge. It would make, you wouldn't believe it possible, but they did it. They owned it all. Anyway.
And Anna Marie, that was if you were lucky to get a chair. If we had all the family over, us kids had to go to the table on our knees to eat. So you hoped you were tall enough to reach the table sitting on your knees.
We went to my favorite aunt's at Christmas, and the kids had card tables. Table 1 and table 2. Table 3, 4. The kids had card tables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grandmother never had a house big enough for that.
Oh, it wasn't that big. They just moved everything back.
Yeah.
The television room was in the basement.
I drove my kids by my grandmother's house that we spent most of our time in, and they were like, "How many of y'all lived in there?" And I said, "Well, ordinarily it would be just grandmother and grampy, but there were times when it was me and my brother, 3 of my cousins, and then 3 of a truck driver lady's kids." I have no clue how grandmother fit us all in there, but she did. But as soon as we got up, we ate breakfast, and out the door we had to go. We wanted to go.
You know, one I remember that you can picture coming in onto a bungalow and the landing, go downstairs to the rec room. All the men were down there watching hockey, you know, the hockey games. And you go up the stairs to the landing. There's the kitchen, which is just a small door, and another door to the dining room. And this time, I had a girlfriend out there. Of course, we're in the kitchen. The women, young women married, were in the dining room. The men were downstairs. My aunt, oh God, she brought somebody with her. He started drinking. And my aunt had just got a white French provincial Chesterfield. So he wanders upstairs with a cigarette. I'm not going to say what he called my cousin Linda, her husband, you know, you CS, that's all I'll say. And I looked at my girlfriend and I thought, I'm going to punch him out. I don't care if he's on the ground, you know, in the living room, drunk. And my dad was 6'4", about 240. His hands were dwarfed even now. So I went to go and I walked back and I go, ooh, ooh. She looked at what? I said, my dad. He walks out. I don't care if this is my sister-in-law's house. You don't talk like that. You don't belong. And he burned the Chesterfield with a cigarette. Well, the last I saw him, he had him by the collar and the belt, opened the door in the wintertime to his bushes, threw him over into the snow, went down and said, Noreen, your boyfriend's out in the snow having a smoke. Oh, God, I thought he was going to kill him. The veins in his neck used to stand out when he got like that. But I was going to punch the guy out at 15. And oh, God, the wrong man to get for that. And he heard it all.
Yeah.
The guy got off lucky.
Hey, kiddos, I think I'm fixing to be done. I think I'm spent.
Good night, Shane. You have a good night's sleep.
I know, we've been going for 3 hours.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes,
Shane,
sir.
will you come up and tuck me in? I'm having a bad time.
Well, buddy, I would love to, but I just don't think I could make it there in time to tuck you in.
No. I can't see.
Yeah, that's a few miles up there, man.
I'll send a helicopter. No sweat.
Okay. Well, you send a helicopter, I may bail off in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm spent.
Anyway, Dorinda, you can let me know if she's not gone. I don't know if I'll manage it the way I am now. Can't see the screen.
Get that, please, Black Watch.
Well, if I leave the camera on, you can see anything you're not supposed to. Just mum's the word, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to call it a night, too.
Yeah. Take care, special
But
lady.
it's been fun talking about all the good old days.
I want them back dearly.
Well, if everything happens as it should, you might get them back.
You never know.
You never know.
I just don't want that flipping gym teacher. Thank you.
Okay.
I had some nasty teachers too growing up.
I did not slide well on my butt across that shower floor when he threw me in.
Well,
Anyway.
yeah. So you're calling it a night, Bonnie?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good night. Good night, Black Watch.
Good
I
night.
love you guys.
Good night, Dorinda.
Bye-bye.
And thank you, Canadian Patriot. I appreciate all y'all in chat. It was a good night. Black Watch, you take care.
Hang on.
Hang on.
I can't see the button.
Yeah.
I can't. I literally cannot. Looks right.
What?
Okay, I guess he found the button. Y'all have a good evening. Thank y'all for coming by. Probably won't see you till Monday. Prayer-a-thon tomorrow. So y'all have a good weekend. Love y'all. Good night.